I know you've been through some things, so have I, baby, yeah. So don't let your past reflect you, cause the bond we got's from heaven. Baby, don't block your blessings with me, yeah. Cause when it's gon' be your favorite song. When you be scrolling through your cell phone late at night, we be getting our freak on. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is Monday, Music Monday, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, stop what you're doing, hit that subscribe button before you finish watching this video. And today we are talking about Eric Bellinger. His new CD, The Cuffing Season, has finally arrived. He's been talking about it for a while, building up the hype on it on social media, and it is finally here. And I will say this album does not disappoint. I was a little late getting into his music. The first set of his music I checked out was The Rebirth, which is a great CD, I would say, for starters who may have not heard his music previously, because it features a lot of songs from previous projects that he's worked on, and there's enough music on there really for 2 CDs. And The Cuffing Season is basically talking about giving up the fast life, giving up all of the women, and basically being committed to one woman. And that, I'm sure he's talking about Megan Good's sister, who is his wife, and they both just had a baby here not too long ago. But on the CD, it has a bit of a retro throwback vibe to it. He's paying a lot of tribute to 90s music here. And the biggest example of that is with a song called Creep, which he reworks TLC's version of Creep. And he's basically saying, I'm not going to cheat, or I'm not going to creep. And it even features a verse from T-Boz, and she's kind of rap singing, I guess you could say, on it a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what direction that the new TLC album will have, considering that feature that she did on there. And much like Jill Scott's new album, Woman, which I also reviewed today, so make sure you check that out. Both albums have that bit of a throwback feel to it, if you will. Also, there's a song where he's referencing Montel Jordan's This Is How We Do It, and another song called Overrated, which he's talking about how the single life and basically being with all these women is overrated. He samples the Living Single theme song, which I thought was pretty clever. I never really heard a song do that. A song called Gina, where he's referencing Martin and Gina from the TV show. So Martin's been getting a lot of props lately in music. When you think about Big Sean's video for his song Play No Games. And he's got Maya on the CD, 2 Chainz, Tank is on the song. So some very good music here, and I think that Eric Bellinger is one of the most underrated R&B songwriters in the game right now. And that's just my opinion. I think his songwriting ability is very unique, and it's not something that's you can turn on the radio. It's just necessarily easily heard with other artists. And his music, I think, stands apart from the Trey songs and the Chris Browns and all of that. And it's a great CD, so you all should check it out. Again, it's called Cuffing Season, and I'm interested to see what you think about this album and what you feel about him paying tribute to 90s music. And that era, you know, I will say that I think with the exception of a few artists like Eric Bellinger, Jill Scott, like I mentioned, and then a few others, we just really don't have that kind of music, I feel. And maybe just because I grew up in the 90s era, I'm very partial to it. But a lot of the music that came out during that time, and even how big artists were during that time, you don't have those big superstar acts like you have back then in the 90s, where everybody was just putting out good music and they were just competing basically to be at the #1 spot. And those that were there usually was there because they had quality music. It wasn't because, you know, it just happened to be the flavor of the week. So check it out, Cuffing Season, my review of that, and let me know what you think about Eric Bellinger, his new album. And also, don't forget to check out my review on Jill Scott's new CD, Woman. So that's it for today, and I will see you all in 2 weeks.